All right, Gator Country. Hope everybody's having a good Monday, having a good week. I just want to kick this thing off by saying that July's cookout, Friday Night Lights, was a major success, big hit with the kids. Everybody's bragging about what Katie Turner was able to put on and the staff in Florida, the way they broke it up, how organized it was. This is probably the best FNL and cookout in probably the last 8 years that we've had. Some of the best prospects we've had on campus probably since back when Matt Corral was on campus, committed to the Gators with Jamar Chase. So this was an epic Friday Night Lights. A lot of kids showing out, a lot of kids worked out, especially the underclassmen. Trayon Webb, was on the IG Live taking questions and stuff and said that, Florida's recruiting's really turned around and he committed because he was tired of seeing Florida get trolled. Tired of seeing people bash Katie Turner and the staff, and he's predicting top 5, and he's saying he's going to have 7, 8, guys that he's going to get in the class, and he's got them locked down. A lot of kids say that kind of stuff when they get committed to a school. They want to hype up, who they're able to get, kind of brag about that. So I would take that with a grain of salt. Love Trayon Webb. Think he's a really good kid. I think he's going to be a really special back in Florida. He just hasn't been healthy, but once he does get healthy, I think he's really going to produce for us. So I love his commitment to the class. I love having him in the class. There's a lot of buzz out there about August 10th, guys, so be looking out for that date. Supposedly Florida's going to be landing a 5-star, an elite prospect that's going to shock everybody. My guess would be Kermani McLean or Cedric Baxter. Texas is on it big for Cedric Baxter. A lot of people are thinking Texas, including myself, with the NIL money they have. But he is a Florida guy, I don't see him leaving the state. And if he does, it's definitely for the NIL money. Why not come to Florida? You've got elite talent that Florida's stacking up right now. This class is turning into a really good one. But yeah, August 10th's a big one, guys. So just be looking out for that. Another guy, 2 names that should pop any day now. From what I was told or what I've been reading is Jaquavius Sorey, the wide receiver. I'm wondering if he's a green light or not because he should have been committed by the end of the month. I think they're a little bit on the fence about that one, so I'm not so sure that he's been greenlit as a take in the class yet because our wide receiver class is so deep, so stacked, and so talented that I don't know where he falls in that. I like him. I think he's a really good wide receiver, and I'd love to get him in the class. I actually think he's going to take Tyree Patterson's spot once he flips to UCF. UCF got a crystal ball on 247's website the other day, so look for him to be flipping to UCF soon, which is a good pickup for those guys. I mean, he's a good wide receiver. I still think he's a good pickup in our class, especially for where the class is now. I don't mind it. Don't mind the take. But yeah, him and Dijon, the cornerback, flip from Ohio State. He decommitted from Ohio State. Hasn't pulled the trigger on Florida yet, but that's because some national writer ruined his moment. Seems to always be a thing that happens to the Gators. I don't really understand why. Just because someone gets ahead of themselves, these kids back off a commitment. I mean, don't be so dramatic and sensitive. I don't get it. NFL guys sign with a team. Everybody knows who they're going to sign with. It's not that big of a deal. This is a business. Yeah, you want to have your moment and all that, but again, do it on your own time. Push it back a few days. Make everybody kind of sweat it out. Maybe that's what he's doing. But he's crystal balled to Florida by several national guys. So I do think he ends up in the class. I hope he's not taking Kermani's spot or anything. I don't think he is. But I just don't see us. I don't think we have such a need for that many DBs in the class. So it's a little surprising to me. Let's talk about these kids we got. Aiden Mazzell, special wide receiver, been compared to Devontae Smith at Alabama. 4-star, highest rated prospect in our class at this point. I think it was Jakeem Jackson from Osceola, the 4-star cornerback, committed over the week. You got Jordan Castell, the 4-star safety, who's underrated. I think he's going to be a stud back there at safety in this class. I definitely think he's a big thumper. Then you've got Andy Jean, the wide receiver, who committed. 247's way low on his ranking. He's a high-level 3-star, but he's a composite overall 4-star wide receiver. I think by the time the season's over, they're going to have him ranked in the high-level mid 4-star range, probably around a 9.5, 9.4. Kid special. Getting a lot of comparisons. Ahmad Black apparently is comparing him to Amari Cooper from Alabama. I think the kid's game is just like Amari's. This kid's going to be special. He's big body receiver that can do it all, basically. I mean, just phenomenal athlete. Good pickup for Florida. So, yeah, look for him to rise in the rankings. I just think all of our guys are really guys that I think that have a lot of potential, true potential, underrated, that are going to rise up the rankings, which is only going to bring our average up and make this class move up in class rank. So, yeah, as of right now, our average is a 9.122. Class composite overall, we're ranked 12th in the country. On 3 is so far a joke at this point with their rankings. They're doing a terrible job. I had some high hopes for them, but I just don't think anybody gets it right as good as 247 does. So On 3's got some work to do with their evaluations. I mean, hell, they got Florida State ahead of us right now. They have us like 20th in the country on 3, and 247 has us at 12th. So that just tells you how off they are on what they're doing, because nationally in the composite, we're top 15, we're 12th. So they got some work to do, as well as, ESPN and Rivals. It's just, I don't know, it's hard to say, I mean, the fact is you just got to go by the composite on these things, because if you average them all out, it gives you a more real picture for where Florida's class truly is and where it truly belongs. Because really the only reputable one to me is maybe Rivals is okay. 247 Sports is the best. On 3 is just okay. So I put more weight into 247 than I do any of the other sites. ESPN is just complete garbage at this point. I don't see how or why they're even a factor in the rankings, other than the fact that it's ESPN and they've got the weight of the money behind them. Another couple recruits to look out for is 5-star edge Rasal. He was on campus. We are going to have to replace some edge guys going into next year. We're going to be a little thin at that position. And then 5-star, this is the one I really want in the class, guys. So, yeah, I hope we get this kid. This would be sweet. 5-star Samuel Pimba. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think this kid's in the class. I do. I think we land him as an edge guy. He could play probably strong side or weak side. But this would be a massive pickup for the Gators, and I think he might end up in this class. He loved his trip to Florida's campus, super high on the staff and what Coach Spencer can do, or Coach Chaos as they call him. But yeah, guys, that's all I really got for today. I just want to put out recap the weekend, the commitments we got, who's coming up, possible flips. Not a lot of news out there. Fall camp's about to start, so probably just kind of regurgitate some of the news from fall camp. Get into breaking down some of the games. I went through the schedule and did my picks. We'll do, game prediction and game-by-game forecast as the season gets here weekly. And still, as always, I'm going to keep up recruiting. That's my life here. So, all right, y'all have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your week. Thanks, guys.